What is up, guys? I'm back with another tutorial. This time we're gonna go ahead and do my boy Mr. Roderick, who came in, needed his beard tightened up. Shout outs to Mr. Roderick, man. Hey, let's get it. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm prepping the beard. I'm gonna go ahead and put my holding spray on the beard, on the line. I'm spraying the beard down with holding spray as well because eventually I'm going to be shaping up the beard, so I want to have it already semi-stiff. Of course, I'm gonna get my brush and brush everything down. Make sure everything's laid smooth. You know what I mean? Make sure you always brush your hair down or comb it in the direction of the growth. Just really taking my time. I like to take my time on my cuts and really lock in, you know, just trying to do the best that I can do as a barber, you know, just trying to do the best. All right, so I'm starting out with my masters open, no guard, and what I'm doing is I'm lightly tapping the edges of the beard and knocking down the mustache. I'm also tackling the top of the beard, kind of knocking some of the weight out, preparing myself for the fade, or better yet, the blend. And I really love my masters, man, whether they're cordless or corded. Masters is the OGs. So if you ain't got a pair of masters in your arsenal, what are you doing? For real. All right, so what I'm starting out with is I picked up my wall magic clips, the gold wall magic clips. I do have the lever closed, and I'm just working on the top of the beard, making sure I get my blend in. Let y'all see how that's working. And as you can see, I'm gradually doing a lot of lever work towards the top of the beard. I start open and I gradually work my way. I start closed, and gradually work my way open. And what I like to start closed because I can go ahead and get that ball line out. Sometimes I might have to come back and detail it, but for the most part, it's just a quicker way for me to blend out that 5 line. Alright guys, I got my 1.5 on my wall magic clips. Basically went down about maybe a ½ inch. Same thing, I'm starting closed, working my way open, and then open, start working my way closed. It's just like that's just how I like to fade. So alright, now I grab my one. I believe I do have it open. What I'm doing now is I'm just knocking it down even further. Just making sure that they blends tight. I usually fade at least like right before you get to the cheekbone area. And I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to tighten up that blend. And you see my comb. My comb is always moving, guys. I tell people all the time, man, make sure if you have a comb brush in your hand, after every stroke, as soon as you come back to switch that lever, you combing down. Between lever play, comb the hair out so you can see which direction it's going, and you can also see how you can see the blend, how well the blend is coming together. Yes, this is kind of a long video today. I think we're sitting on about 38 minutes, so just bear with me. I kind of wanted to show you guys in detail some of the things that I do. I do have my Fabulous Gold trimmers. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just tightening up the top line where I put the ball line in at. I'm just tapping at it, kind of cleaning up around the areas. I see a little bit of hair behind his head, and yes, he did get his head shaved today. I just didn't, I just really want to really pinpoint the beard work. I really love how Mr. Roderick's beard is shaped, so I thought this might be a cool video. And basically what I'm doing is the same thing I did on the other side. I'm probably gonna go ahead and fast forward this part. And while I'm doing this side as well, just want you guys to know, listen, if you have any questions or you have any inquiries about some of the techniques that I'm using, or just, you know, some of the tools that I'm using, products, just leave a comment in the comments box. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can, and we can go from there. And what I'm gonna start doing, what a lot of barbers do on YouTube, is listing some of the links to where you can actually purchase the products and tools that I use, so you guys will have full access of something that I might be using, whether it's the sabers or the gold magic clips, my masters, you guys have access. I used to also work with a pair of JRLs. I actually have 2 pairs of those, so they are in my arsenal. At this particular moment, I just decided to use my magic clips. Just nothing different that I couldn't use my JRLs for. I just at that moment felt like I wanted to use the magic clips today. So again, I'm going in, I'm blending the top half of the beard, going in and blending it into the baldness of his head. I do a lot of my detail work while cutting. I know a lot of barbers, they do most of their detail work after the initial blend or after the initial cut, but I like to do it while I'm cutting because it helps me to see my vision better, if that makes sense. All right, now I go again, combing the beard out, sorry. Now what I'm doing, I have my detailer, gold detailers. I'm basically working on the back of the beard, and what I'm trying to do is follow his natural line. I don't want to do a pushback on his beard because when it grows back, you'll see a lot of that new growth and it looks tacky, at least to me. That's just my opinion, not knocking anyone else. But you always, in my opinion, want to have the back end of his beard as natural as possible. I just feel like it looks better, more uniform, and like I said, it prevents seeing a lot of the new growth. Now I did pick up my sabers. Shout out to Stylecraft. I think those are one of the best trimmers in the game, as well as the gold wall detailers. I think those 2 trimmers are straight hitters, and I have to have them in my arsenal. So shout out to Stylecraft and shout out to Wall. And like I said, I like to do my detail work while I'm cutting, so you might see me do a little bit more than usual when doing a line. I might take my time, might take a little longer. But basically what I just did there with my comb is I made sure that I comb the beard back towards his back line so I can get a lot of the overhang. I didn't want the overhang to interfere with the crispiness of the line. I'm gonna end up freehanding the beard anyway, so there's my detailing while cutting. So what we're gonna do is I like to start at the bottom of the beard. It kind of helps me find the top line of the beard, at what angle I'm gonna take. So I will sometime, like I said, I do it all the time, start at the bottom of the beard, go ahead and line that up first. Again, detail and make sure I get most of the hair on the neck so I don't have to do a lot of work when I take the neck strip off. Look at that precision, look at that focus. Just trying to give my client the best beard shape possible. And just to let you know, I do love what I do. I think it's important for barbers to have a passion for what they do in this game. I think that's what makes you stand out from the rest of the barbers. No harm to anyone, but I just feel like it really helps you as an individual barber stand out more when you're actually cutting with passion. It also helps you want to grow. So again, guys, my master's out. I'm going across the top of the beard, just kind of lightly tapping out the wild hairs. So when I grade the line this beard up, I can create more of a crispier line than having to fight with the loose hairs sitting on top of his beard. Again, combing my beard out. I'm always combing, man. I'm like the comb master. All right, and what you see now is you see my Andes trimmers, straight hitters too. Sorry about that, Andes. You guys do have a great pair of wireless GTXs. Those things are amazing. The XOs, I'm sorry. But yeah, I use my XOs a lot after I use my main trimmers, which will probably be the sabers. I just feel like they do help give me a crispier line. I don't know what it is, but they become absolute hitters as finishers. But you do, it's funny because you see me starting his back of his beard with those, and I'm unorthodox, guys. Sometimes I just roll with what I have in my hand. I mean, all my trimmers are hitters. I self-modified and I'm sorry, I'm getting brain freeze. But I self-set my blades. And once I move my hand, which I probably got the wrong angle on the camera, but it's okay. You can see that again, I followed the natural back line. He had a natural curve, so I went on ahead and curved it. And I'm gonna go ahead and line the bottom of the beard up as well. So again, I'll have a guideline to line the top of the beard up to the mustache. That way everything's symmetrical. I try to be as symmetrical as possible, even when I do my front lines. Even when I'm lining the neck area, around the ear, I just try to be as symmetrical as I can, just to make sure everything's lining up the way it needs to be. You feel me? Guys, please remember to like and subscribe. If you do, I greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna keep trying to drop this content. I am a new YouTuber. I am a new YouTuber barber, so I'm hoping that some of the things I do, you guys can learn from. Hoping that I can bring something to the table that maybe the next barber has never seen. Because one thing about it, you know, we all still learn in this game. No matter how long you've been cutting. I've actually been cutting maybe over 20 years now, and I'm still learning barbering tips and tricks, especially from these younger cats. These guys are really showing out. I'm a little bit of an OG, but I try to keep up with the younger cats, but I'm never afraid to learn something new. And I'm more of a visual person, so I like to watch my guys that I work with cut. I really don't have to ask too many questions unless it's just something I really have to know. Alright guys, so I got my Andes back out now. What we're doing is we're working on the top of the beard. Again, I'm sorry for the angles. I'm really trying to get used to this camera. But as you can see, I try to stay as natural as I can on the top of his beard. So me using the holding spray really helps me create an ash guideline. I really love ash guidelines. I feel like they really do keep me where I need to be, because sometimes it is hard trying to see a line when you don't have that ash reference. So you can see, guys, the ash line. You can see the line itself. Like I said, I try to stay as natural as possible, as high as possible, just to keep everything full. And now what I'm doing is working on his mustache a little bit, and then still working on the cheek area, on his beard. Sorry. And listen guys, a lot of people tell me they have a hard time lining the inside of beards up. If you really just lock in and take your time, try sometimes, instead of just trying to use one hand to line up, try to hold the clipper with both hands, or put your index finger on the clipper itself to just give you more control. That way you can actually get the lines and the shape how you want it. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it might not. Everybody's different. But see how I got two hands, 2 points of reference on my trimmer? I'm using it almost like a pencil, which is how I look at it, especially in my the corners of my blades. I like to consider my machine a pencil that I'm drawing with and creating shape. As you can see, I'm using my corners, and I'm using them and I'm drawing with them. Real lightly though. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I don't want to bite my client or cause any red spots or skin breakage. So when I'm doing that technique, I'm really light. I'm really almost in a feathery type of style. But for some reason, it just gives me that control and balance of the clipper, so I can go ahead and create the shape that I want. And on the inside of his beard, he wanted it rounded under his lips, so that's basically what I'm doing, trying to create the rounded shape going into the mustache. And he does have a little bit of a light spot there, right before you get to the vertical bars on his mustache or on the goatee area. So we are going to be using enhancements today. So you're in luck. You guys get an enhancement visual from D Blades, and you get the traditional beard haircut or trim. And speaking of enhancements, here we go. I already got my line set in. I'm using my Tune 45 enhancement card, which I love. I think it's one of the greatest inventions for barbers with enhancements. I know some barbers make their own enhancement cards, which I've seen before, but I do like the Tune 45 enhancement card. It's amazing, even though I need to clean it. Sorry guys. So like I said, when I'm using my enhancements, I don't like to spray heavy, so I don't hold the trigger down. I kind of do it in spurts, because it gives me more control over the color. It allows me to put the color exactly where I want it to be. Now I'm using the curved part of the enhancement card to actually spray the back of the beard. I've seen it was really light back there, so I just kind of wanted to give it a little bit more dimension, make it feel more full, give it more of that full effect. So right now you're seeing me use the enhancement card to spray the back of the beard, making sure that I maintain the curve as well and sharpen the corner at the bottom of the beard. And my razor work is probably what's gonna really make this beard pop. I think if you're great with razors, I think that's just another level of the game that a lot of people don't pay attention to, but can really make your haircuts pop extremely well and make you stand out even more. So you guys will see this razor work, as well as with the colored pencil on this beard, just to bring some contrast to the beard and make the lines pop even harder. So here I am again with my GTXO Andy trimmers. And like I said, I like to use those as detailing clip trimmers because they do hit on the beard pretty hard. So you'll see me using those in and out, coming back and forth with my Sabres, Walls, and Andy's trimmers. And of course, it's your hair fibers. I use Black Ice hair fibers. I used to use Topic. I don't know why I stopped using Topic, but right now I'm using the Black Ice brand, and it does the job for me. Now, one tip about using the fibers, guys, again, you see how I'm tapping the pump. I'm not spraying in big concessions. It's like small control pumps. So basically what I'm doing is I'm controlling where I'm putting the fibers at, because I like to make my cuts, my enhancements look as natural as possible. So I'm going to use smaller pump strokes to control how much hair fiber comes out and is actually applied to the client. And as you can see, that thing's starting to look a little crispy. You can start seeing more definition in the beard. I filled in a lot of his light spots, so it's looking a lot more fuller. Mr. Rogers getting his Rick Ross on. Shout out to Rick Ross. But my guy's looking like Rick Ross right now. You see that smile on his face. You know what time it is. He knows what's about to go down. So shout out to Mr. Roderick. Beard starting to come in looking crispy. Here I go with my wall detailers again. Like I said, while I'm cutting, I like to do a lot of the little detail work. It's just something that I do. I'm just a unique barber. I'm not trying to outdo anybody. I'm just trying to do me for me and my family. So, you know, I do the detail work while cutting all the time. So what I'm gonna do, guys, sorry, Mr. Roger, he had a little cough. What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch this video, and really watch the rest of the video. I might come in here and there just to kind of explain something if I see it, maybe something that I think you might have a question on, but for the most part, here we go. Okay, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to how I'm rounding the inside of his beard under his lip. I did kind of speed it up a little bit to make it go a little bit faster since I did one side already. But just pay attention to how I'm controlling the trimmer, 2 points of contact. Really just really finessing the trimmer to give it that round shape. Now, as you can see, it's still little tricks that I have to do on that rounding, but I will definitely pick that up with the razor. Like I said, the razor work is going to be crazy, so please pay attention. You guys, please stay tuned in because that razor work is going to be bananas with the pencil work. So, like I said again, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys finish watching what I'm doing, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, right here after I sprayed the beard down again, I'm using my fibers with the short control pumps, just filling in certain spots, even his mustache, guys, because his mustache doesn't have a lot of weight in it, so I kind of want to make it look a little more fuller. That's just a trick that I use. You don't have to, but I do use it because I just feel like it makes the beard more complete. Now back to what I was saying with the fibers. What I did was I do use it under the lip, inside the beard, on the rounding area. Kind of gives me a reference when I get ready to hit it with the razor, an idea of where I'm at and where I need it to be, and also making sure I don't push the insides down too far. I want them to stay in a good position to where everything looks uniform. And as you can see, that beard is so crispy, guys. I mean, it's really starting to pop. I'm coming back with my Babyliss, just trying to hit that top line and give it more sharpness. Like I said, my detail work is also included in the actual cut. I don't wait till the end, and I come back and I'm spraying, guys, one more time because I seen that it was just a little bit too light right there. So I just a little bit, guys. Yes, I did make the noise. That's just me being silly, but you can tell I enjoy what I do, man. This stuff is fun. I love it. It gives me a rush. I'm taking my Babyliss now, and since I put the fibers in on it, I did come back and hit it with the Babyliss to try to give it a little bit more roundness, more shape, more definition. But what's really going to help that thing pop is when I hit it with that razor. I'm going to definitely bring everything together, and it's going to look amazing. So you guys just continue to stay tuned and just watch the magic. You know, you guys really have a great client that trusts you when they can close their eyes and just relax. You can tell the difference between a client that's kind of trying to figure out if you can cut because they'll cut their eyes towards the mirror every chance they get, or they're always looking around or have their eyes wide open trying to pay attention to what's going on. You can also, I've had a lot of clients tell me they can feel the cut. Sometimes they don't even ask me for the mirror because they felt the cut. I think that is an amazing thing and an amazing vibe. And shout out to those guys, who's giving me those type of compliments. I really appreciate it because I try to put my all into this haircutting thing. So, like I said, you can tell a client trusts you when they can close their eyes, just relax. Doesn't even have to look in the mirror. Not even, having to worry or doubt or anything about you because you already know you're taking your time. You're being professional. You're not trying to rush them out the chair. You're giving them that type of conversation. The smile on their face is just an amazing feeling. Back to the cut. Alright guys, what I'm doing now is I'm hitting them with the light brown color pencil. I use light brown on the majority of my clients because I just believe that it gives that great contrast, whether dark or light skin. I really like it on light skin because it blends in very well, and it also makes the line, super pop. When I say pop, I ain't talking about bubblicious. I'm talking about that pencil makes that thing pop, as you can see. It really brings your lines and your beard and your work to life. And whoever invented the pencil, hey, listen, yeah, I know, it's crazy. But yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to make the line as thin as possible. That way when I go in to try to blend the line in, I don't have to do a lot of work. I don't have to hit the cheek area too much. So I do try to put as thin line across the beard itself. So that way it's not a lot of work for me when I go back to do the detail work with the chalk pencil. I'm sorry. And I am taking my time, guys. That's the key. Don't take too much time, which I have my beard work, with the haircut set for an hour. So I know I got time to really just lock in and really focus on what I'm doing. So I think that's important, guys. Always stay locked in when you get a client in your chair. It's okay to chit chat and laugh and giggle, but always remember, you need to stay locked into your client to give them exactly what they're asking for. That's how you retain clients. So I've done my pencil work. Now I'm coming back with my trimmers, which are the Stylecraft Sabers Gold. I'm actually going in and I'm lightly tapping the line, trying to blend that chalk line in, making sure it's not too thick or too noticeable. It actually looks natural. Now you did see me put the pencil on the inside of the beard, under the lip, in the round area, because I really want that part to pop as well, because I think that's a great focal point for people when they're looking at you directly in your face. They see that. So I just wanted to put some highlight there to kind of bring the attention to the detail of how symmetrical the inside of this beard is. And you're gonna see me again right now. I am still using the point of contact when it came down with the trimmer, actually having my knuckle on his nose. So that's still 2 points of contact, and then again I'm still doing 2 points of contact here, where my finger is at the bottom of the trimmer as I'm holding the trimmer and lightly detailing his beard. Guys, I think having 2 points of contact is great for control. It's great for really getting your lines tight. And all I'm doing, guys, is I'm really just going back and hitting everything, making sure everything's lining up, making sure I didn't miss anything on his beard. And as you can see, guys, that thing is looking crazy. When I say his beard's looking crazy, Mr. Roderick even knows. Hey, that beard work is amazing. Come in, with your head down, and you leave with your head up. And here we go, guys. This is it right here. This is that razor work. You have to know how to use that razor. As you can see, as I'm hitting his line, that line is popping so hard. Man, it is amazing. Even with that chalk on there, I'm taking my time. I'm using the corner of my razor to really get into that curved area. I use the whole blade on the vertical line of the beard just to cover more space. And it's really coming together, man. That beard is, man. If I can grow my beard out like that one day, guys, I'm gonna let y'all see my beard or see the chin strap that I have. I don't even consider it a beard, but I wish I had Mr. Roderick's beard because it's amazing right now. Alright, guys, and what I'm doing now is I did put a little pencil on his mustache. Really, I put it around the whole beard except for the back end of the beard. I just really wanted everything to kind of pop. Like I said, I really focused on that the inside of his beard, because I really wanted that to be a focal point of his beard. So right now I'm putting the razor inside there. I'm really going in a circular motion or direction, trying to make sure that it stays rounded. And that thing is crispy. That line is amazing. I really love what I do. I enjoy it. I thank God for blessing me with the hands that I have and the people that I've been around to learn from. I thank you for real. So again, I'm going back on the other side of the beard. I'm really repeating the process, just really trying to tighten everything up. You'll see me kind of look at my client from the front, because I'm just trying to make sure that his lines on both sides of his beard are symmetrical, they're lining up perfectly, and making sure that I get the best quality out of this beard work that I'm doing. That way when my client looks in the mirror, there's no question. I mean, he really doesn't even have to ask for a mirror. He looks in that mirror one time and there's nothing else that needs to be said. That's just how I feel. It's just the confidence in me. I'm not cocky, none of that stuff, and don't think I'm the best or a master or whatever. I just know that I love what I do, and I've been in this game for a long time, and I picked up a lot of good skill set from a lot of different barbers, man, and I just love it. I know my work is solid. So there you go. I'm looking at both sides of the beard, looking at it from the front, looking at it from one side to the next side. I'm gonna dust off all the excess dust from the razor, just to try to make sure again that my lines are lining up. And right now what you're seeing is I'm using my pick to go ahead and pick the beard out. I want to get all the hair standing up. I already put my holding spray on it, so I know I'm locked in. And actually I'm adding some more holding spray, of course, because that's just how I do, just to make sure that the hair doesn't move while I'm doing the freehand work and shaping the beard to get it real, to get it popping for real. You understand? I have to make sure that this beard gets the popping, and right now it's looking like a success. So here we go. Now I do have a fan on. My fan usually dries the holding spray out pretty quickly, so I don't use a blow dryer. My fan's close enough to where, and strong enough to where it'll blow. It'll blow the holding spray dry. So what I did was I noticed that I did not spray the back of his beard on this side, so I went back and went on ahead and detailed that real quick. I was so locked in that I just forgot. I mean, the beard looking so crispy, I just forgot to even put any enhancement spray towards the back of his beard on the right side. So here I go, putting the spray in, get my GTXs, a little bit more detail work, just making sure my lines are sharp, symmetrical, ready to go, so when he looks in the mirror, there's no doubt. And again, guys, you know, I like to take my time. I'm really I guess you could say semi-slow barber, but to me, it's really not being a slow barber, it's just being a precise barber, having some precision, really trying to make sure that I don't miss anything, just covering all my bases. So here I am. I have my I actually have my JRLs out with the fade blade. I use the Gold Magic Click fade blade on my JRLs. They fit perfectly, guys, so if you're ever interested, try it out one day. You might like it. I think they cut phenomenally, and I love them. And I'm just basically using them all the way closed, and I got the speed all the way on the 2-speed, and I'm just basically freehanding his beard into the shape that he wants it in, which is more of a rounded shape versus more of a box shape. So I'm really just rounding everything off, just making sure I get all the ends sticking up, just making sure that the beard has perfect shape and perfect form, almost like Rick Ross or James Harden. You know, Mr. Roderick, you know, yeah, that's a James Harden / Rick Ross type of guy there. So he's real cool, and he really trusts me to do his beard work, and I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, we getting this thing ready. We got that thing crispy. I mean, dude, my guy's looking phenomenal. He's ready to go out there and conquer the world. Man, this beard work is amazing, guys, and I really hope that you guys are learning something from this actual video, which is the reason why I'm doing it. I just want to spread the love, the knowledge. I want guys to know that, you know, we all start from somewhere, but we all as barbers have a goal to give our clients the best cut possible, and that's exactly what I'm doing now, and I know that's exactly what you guys can do. So hopefully, I hope you guys can learn something from what I've done today, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys are amazing. I appreciate the support, guys. Me opening up a new YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram at dblades. I post a lot of content on there as well. I am on TikTok at the moment. I'm in the middle of reconstructing my TikTok with my barber information, but you can follow me at Dwayne Carroll on TikTok. I'm sorry, my Instagram was hashtag DBlades the barber. Okay, I'm sorry guys, gave you the wrong information. At me on TikTok, Dwayne Carroll. That's my TikTok, and I do post my haircuts on there as well. So please guys, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and please like those as well. I would greatly appreciate your support. I'm glad you guys are watching and tuning in, because I'm trying to give knowledge of things that D-Blades does, that may be something that I'm doing that you haven't seen yet, hopefully. If not, that's cool. It's still a very educational video. So here I'm just going ahead, I got my razor back out, and I'm just doing a little bit more detail work. Like I said guys, I have borderline OCD as well, so you might see me go over something 1,000 times, which I'm really trying to break that habit. But really, then again, I think that's just a gift that I was given, to be able to continue to do detail work, especially if I have enough time. If I'm good on time, then yeah, I'm gonna definitely go in and then go for the kill. So that's what I do guys. That beard is crispy, that beard is looking amazing. I'm hitting it on all points, all aspects, just making sure that I'm tight. And guys, excuse me guys, I'm looking a little tired there, but I'm really just locked in guys. And you can see my beard too, like in this video, it's not even a beard, it's a chin strap. I really wish I had Mr. Rogers' beard, man. That dude's beard is amazing. Alright guys, I got my FX3 shavers. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in and do a little bit more detail work. Even though I hit it with the razor, I always come back with my FX3 shavers. Just try to hit some of the areas where maybe that the razor didn't get or I might have missed. But yep, here we go guys. This is it. Mr. Roderick, Beard Work 101 guys. Just something that I've done, that I do on the beards. Like I said, hopefully you guys have learned something today. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe, guys. Thank you. This is D-Blades.